Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news. Stay tuned.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Something definitely happened some few hours ago that is bringing and making rounds on social media, even off social media. Remember some few hours ago, the literalist dragged Peter Obi, insisting that he never really paid a courtesy visit to the late Muhammadu Buhari or came for his burial. Well, that has been settled. Peter Obi have explained why he couldn't make it on that day, although he was actually on his way there. But a whole lot of, for full details on that, just check our playlist where Peter Obi took his time and explained exactly what happened. But there's something that escaped the minds or eyes of many that is now making a lot of headlines, and politicians are wondering, what kind of move is this one? Let's find out in a moment. But before we do that, please subscribe to our channel, like, share, and also comment. Now, the former presidential candidate and Labour Party leader, Peter Obi, has once again proven his reputation as a meticulous and cautious politician. During a condolence visit to the family home of the late President Muhammadu Buhari, Obi handed over a handwritten condolence message, but it was what he did to the letter that stirred widespread online reactions. Now, the note, written with precision and clarity, had no blank spaces that could later be tampered with. Obi appeared to be very deliberate and deliberately blocking out or fill every possible space in the letter to prevent mischievous individuals from editing or even authoring the message after it was delivered. The strategic move drew both admiration and discussion on social media, especially among his supporters who see the act as yet another sign of Obi's political maturity and foresight. We have always known that Peter Obi to be a very wise and meticulous man, but he just shocked us with this one. One user said, he praised the former Anambra State governor's attention to details. Now, the move appeared to be a direct response to past instances where political messages have been misrepresented or manipulated for propaganda purposes. Some users even suggested that Obi was indirectly addressing controversial figures like Reno Onkre, a vocal critic of Obi and staunch supporter of opposition candidate. Blocking blank spaces on a condolence note might seem excessive to some, another user said, but with characters like notorious political jobber Reno looking around, this is just smart politics. Well, that's your opinion. Another person, he also wondered. Another person said Peter Obi has long been admired for his prudent and calculated approach, known for his no-nonsense attitude toward public administration and transparency. He continues to garner respect, not only for his policies, but for how he handles political discourse in a highly polarized environment. Now, this latest gesture is now being cited as a symbolic demonstration of how seriously Obi takes issues of integrity and authenticity, especially in an age of digital misinformation. Supporters have flooded social media with praise, highlighting how this single act reflects the Labour Party's leaders' unwavering commitment to truth and accountability, even in the smallest of gestures. In an increasingly volatile political climate, Peter Obi's art of safeguarding even a condolence note underscores his readiness to counter political manipulation and maintain an unblemished record. You're going to see the voters note or the dash. Well, one would say that having worked in banking sector, you should know that paying attention to detail is not an option. It's mandatory for your safety so that you don't move from banking hall to EFCC or prison because of negligence on your part. So yes, probably from time immemorial have been known to be very meticulous. We also know that he attended seminary school. Seminarians are actually very meticulous people, and truth is actually part of the code of conduct. My colleague is in the house. What's your take on this very latest move being made by Peter Obi? As small as and inconsequential when it comes to the issue of accountability, as condolence note, Peter Obi had to do all the dash. Who do you think he was actually avoiding?
Well, on a lighter note, I think he just wants to make sure that no space is left there, so that anybody will capitalize on it and all of that. But be that as it may, I think Nigerians, we should try to grow beyond certain things. And what I mean there is those who are possibly witch hunting him or wants to see him go down, want something to, something that will erupt public interest and possibly bring down his reputation. They should no need to go extra mile to doing that. I think the ideal thing for them to do is to give him a chance.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot of things being written about him, which for me it's a clear display of jealousy towards him. For example, you see groups saying he's pretending and all of that. I mean, issues of pretense should not be captured that way. If you are grown and you've been on earth for a while, to know someone who is pretending is very simple, very easy. Now, this guy has a track record. This is not the first time he's doing any of these things. Okay, let's go back to people like a very esteemed person like Wike, and let us check if before Wike came into power, there was something he did that the public benefited from it. Possibly, maybe there was a small supermarket that he built from his pocket and people were benefiting from it. Oh, let's not go that extra mile. Let's say maybe he was running for school politics. He was always dashing transport to his colleague that were in school. I'm just bringing in that. Okay, let's forget about it. Soludo, who had been a professor, maybe a student will come out and tell us that Soludo sponsored him as a lecturer in the university and other universities and all of that, before he even grew to the rank of a professor and was even selected by Obasanjo to become the central bank governor of Nigeria and all of that. Okay, when he was the central bank governor of Nigeria, he did this, he did the philanthropic work was across board. Let's look for such, and then you can draw your conclusion. These guys never did this thing, but a certain gentleman, from when he was yet a student, was able to build 2 branches. I have seen people who met him in the airport, and they will tell you that this man sponsored me. Sometimes he can't even remember. Now, interestingly, he's not even in power. He's not occupying any position since when last was he in power? Far back in 2015 or so.
Yeah, thereabouts.
Till now.
Obiano came then.
Soludo came, but then there is this chronological philanthropic move every now and then.
Amazing.
How can you lose an election and you're still going around giving people money and all of that, trying to you hear issues here, you run down here? I mean, it takes Nigeria. When you hear that a good Nigeria is possible, how does he put that? A new Nigeria is possible. You see deliberate step. Atiku Abubakar has never woken so early to start campaigning. But it seems as if Obi is getting all the eyes on himself. That's why all of them, collision, all of them start to wake up very early. 2005 for me is too early for some of them to start talking. Normally it will be at the start of 2026, a year to the election. That's when they'll start it. But Obi, since 2023, you can see things that he has been doing. See, let me tell you the truth. If Nigeria misses out on Obi, we shouldn't blame anybody for our woes. I think some other time I'll take our time to describe the population of Nigeria politically so that we know where we are heading and we know how God will help us.
All right, that's we're going to wrap it up. Let's make it in our comment section. What's it?